Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. John from the John Muir Show here. And since Democrats retook control of the House of Representatives a little over a year ago, you know that it's been a lot of them just going after their political enemies, most notably President Trump. They even meritlessly impeached the guy, for goodness sake. So that's taken up a lot of congressional Democrats' time when they have not been busy trying to meritlessly go after their political opponents. They have been legislating in a really meaningless fashion. I mean, you keep hearing from these folks on the left, oh, but look at all this legislation that's passed in the Democrat-led House, and how dare Mitch McConnell over in the Senate not go taking up all these measures immediately. Okay, don't just look at the quantity of legislation being passed in the Democrat-led House. Look at the quality, or the lack thereof when it comes to quality, of what's being passed in the Democrat-led House. These people are passing a lot of legislation that is not serious in the slightest. This is not stuff that would be beneficial for the United States and its citizens. It's not stuff that these Democrats believe will pass in the GOP-controlled Senate. There's poison pills included in a lot of this legislation. And the only reason that they're passing all this stuff and sending it to the Senate is because then they feel it'll give them and their friends a bunch of talking points, a bunch of undeserved talking points about, oh, look at all the work we're doing in the House, and how dare the Senate not take it up. See, we're getting stuff done. No, they're not. They're playing politics. They're going after Trump, and when they're not going after Trump meritlessly, they're playing politics by passing a bunch of legislation that would not be beneficial for the United States, that there's no way the Senate would pass because it's got poison pills, and the Democrats know it. So you want to talk about some meaningless legislating on the part of members of the Democrat-led House? Here's one for you. You now have House Democrats proposing that all banks and credit unions receive a new rating called the Diversity and Inclusion rating. This is in relation to the similarly named Diversity and Inclusion in Banking Act. So, the current system that determines what sort of ratings that these financial institutions receive, as you would expect, that is based off the current financial health of these financial institutions. I mean, it makes sense, right? These are financial institutions, banks, credit unions, so it would make sense that their ratings as financial institutions would be based off their current financial health. I mean, this is pretty simple stuff right here. What it is that congressional Democrats want to do is change the system to ensure that these banks and credit unions, these financial institutions, are being judged based on how much diversity they have within their organizations. Who the hell cares? As long as these places are doing what it is that they are supposed to be doing, handling financial matters appropriately, then yeah, they should have a good rating. I mean, it doesn't matter about the diversity on this. Look, when it comes to employees, when it comes to clients, it does not matter the immutable characteristics. Like with everything else, it does not matter the immutable characteristics. It does not matter the color of people's skin. It does not matter if they are man or woman. These are the kind of things that we should always be ignoring. It doesn't matter if you're white or brown or black or red or yellow. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. People should be judged not collectively based on the color of their skin. They should be judged rather as individuals based on their character and actions. But apparently that's too much for a lot of these Democrats, even when it comes to things that have absolutely nothing to do with diversity, things like financial institutions, things like banking. I mean, this is the kind of meaningless crap that you're getting from the Democrat-led House when it comes to legislating. So, yeah, basically, when you look at what Democrats are doing here with this whole Diversity and Inclusion in Banking Act, which will inevitably pass in the Democrat-led House, they want to, one, regulate the hell out of companies, just like they want to regulate the hell out of everything in the United States. And while they're in the process of regulating the hell out of things, they want to work in their bigoted identity politics as well. These are not the people that you want running your country. Here's a prime example of that point. It's all the time that we have for today and for this week. John Muir Show back on Monday and each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Have the best of weekends. Till next time, I'm out.